is clear and the presentation is clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, it's audible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Assalamu alaikum. First, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm really blessed to be here with you all, and thanks for this invitation to discuss a very interesting topic about the construction claims. In this session, we will focus on two main things. First, we will speak about the basic principle that must be considered when preparing or managing any construction claim. Second, we will speak about the core of any claim, which is built about four essential pillars. Today, our session will be theoretical. We will speak about the basic information that we needed, and we will use this information for the next session to bring a case study, real case study, and start applying these principles and these pillars step by steps on the section of claims. So if you allow me, I will quickly speak about myself briefly. I have around 20 years experience in claims, contract management, planning, and project control. I worked in wide range of ABC projects across Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, and Europe. I'm a member of the Institute of Construction Claims, MICCB. Also, I'm certified as a contract expert and hold some professional certificates in project management and dispute resolution. So we will go through the contents quickly before we start. We will have a quick introduction. Then we will speak about the principle of an effective claim. Then we will go to the core of every claim, the CES framework, and we will have finally a quick conclusion. So we will start with a quick introduction. Every claim is a story told by evidence, which means in order to succeed with any construction claim, you have to deal with this claim as a story. It will not be an emotional story. It will not be a personal opinion, but it will be a contractual story told by or told through facts, documents, and logic. So any strong claim must clearly answer four basic questions. What happened? What was the impact? Why am I entitled? And what evidence prove my claims? So if any of these statements or question is missing, the claim becomes weak, no matter how the rights look. So as we see in the real cases, many claims fail either partially or fully or take much long time than expected, not because the claim is not valid or there is no right, but because the claim unclear or badly structured or poorly evidenced. So the right may exist, but it's not proven. So let us go through the principle that we need to, or we must be considered while we are preparing and managing the claims, and then speak about the four pillars. So if we start with the principle of effective claims, before we talk about entitlements or delay analysis, we need to understand how the claims must be written. So first principle, making the document user-friendly. It means that the claim must be easy to read. We use short paragraph, clear headings, simple and direct language. We need to remember that the reviewer might be an engineer, maybe a claim consultant, a lawyer, or maybe a third party who has never been involved in your project. So if the reviewer or the readers need to read the same paragraph many times to understand, so the claim has already started to fail or at least delay. So don't try to complex the matter. If your claim is difficult to understand, it will not succeed. The second principle is making the submission a standalone document, which means the claim must be understood on its own. Never assume the reviewer will search through emails or RFIs or meeting minutes to understand your point. So if you try to refer to a document, you must explain what is this document. You need to explain why it matters to your case. You need to attach this document to the submission. So, for example, we see in the claim documents we are saying refer to RFI, for example, 223, but without explanation. So that will make a confusion about this document. We need to explain why we use this letter or this document and how it's related to our case, and we attach it with our document. The third principle is to avoid irrelevant information. More pages don't mean a stronger claim. Anything doesn't related to your claim, support your case, your effect, or the entitlements, if it's in the claim, will weakness your submission, because irrelevant information will create confusion to the reader and then will open the doors for many questions and requests for clarification, which will delay the ability to assess your claim. And we see that in most cases that take longer time than what expected. The fourth principle, and this is important, don't assume the reviewer has prior knowledge. You need to build your case in the way that you are saying story or building a story for someone that will know about your case for the first time. So just imagine that you have a story, you want to explain it to somebody, but he has ever hear about your case. So never assume that the reviewer is the same team that you meet with them last week and maybe you discuss the same matter. Try to avoid statements like, as you know, as discussed previously. Write your claim, as we said, as if the reader saying the project for the first time and still understand. So this is a very important way to succeed with your claim submission from the first time. The fifth principle, and also is very important, is to leading the reviewer to a logical conclusion. Don't let the reviewer guess what you want. Each section should be clearly lead to a clear outcome. Never finish a section and leave the reader asking, okay, so what? And then maybe he will understand or he will get a conclusion from your statement that you don't mean it. So very important that when we want to manage or preparing any claim that we consider these 5 principles. If there is no question, we can jump to the core of every claim. Okay, so the core of every claim and CEES framework, this is 4 pillars for every claim, which is the cause, effect, entitlements, and substantiation. No matter the contract and the country or the project type, every successful claim is built on these 4 pillars. The first one is the cause. Cause mean what exactly happened, not to say just there was a delay. You have to explain You hear me now?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. So don't just saying in the statement, for example, that shop drawing was delayed. This is not the cause. You need to explain why it was delayed, to compare when was supposed to be approved and who caused it. That's the cause. So you need to explain the full story that you build it on to make this event as a cause. And as we mentioned in the beginning, in the next session we will bring a case study and go through these principles and course to apply them on the case study. The second pillar is the effect. Effect means how did this event impact the time or the cost. Impact also is not just saying the project was delayed. Impact is showing how this event affected the program or the cost and how it moved the project completion date or increased the cost. So you must to explain the logic step by step to make clear link between the cause and the effect. Because if your claim or your statements doesn't clarify a proper link between the cause and the effect, so there is no claim. So we see many claims speaking about cause, speaking about the effect, but we can't make the link between the cause and the effect. The third pillar is the entitlements. Even if you have clear cause and you have clear impact or effect, there is no claim yet if you can't prove that the contract gives you entitlements for this event. So when you want to build your case, you need to refer to the clause that you build your case based on. And very clearly, you want to explain how this clause give you the entitlements, not just referring to 8.4 or 1.9. You want to explain how 1.9 related to your case. 1.9 saying that if there is a delay in the shop drawing, so the contractor is entitled for extension of time, for example. So you need to explain that because of the cause, which is the delay in the approval of the shop drawing, that impacted the completion date, and 1.9 give me these entitlements. So you need to refer to the clause, state what the clause says related to your case, and link the cause effect to your entitlements. The fourth pillar is the substantiation. It's very important for any statement or any words included in your claim or your case to be supported by evidence, by documents, by emails, drawings, photos, reports. Because we say if there is no document or there is no record, there is no evidence. So you need to provide evidence and provement to your words and statements related to the claim. And these documents, as we explained in the previous section, need to be attached to the claim submission and explain every document, why we use it, and how it's related to our case. Very important point here is the notices and time bar. Even strong claim can still fail if the contractual procedure are ignored. The procedure is part of the entitlements, is not just a administrative detail. If you miss the notices on time, most likely you will lose your claim. So if the contract says you need to submit a notice of a claim within 28 days from you become aware about the event, so you need to follow this procedure. Otherwise, you will lose your entitlements for a claim. But it's still good to clarify that there are a wide or global debate about the time bars in legal perspective. Let me give you an example. If you miss to notify the client with late site access, uh, in most of cases, you will not lose your entitlement because the client is fully aware about the impact of delay in the site access. But if we will take other example, the client give you a variation to change a material, but you don't notify them that these changes will affect your time and your cost. So if later you submit a claim stating your entitlements about time and cost regarding this variation or instruction. So the first argument from the client says, if I know about this impact, I would to change my mind. So based on what the case, this procedure can be critical or not. But always we recommend to strictly follow the contract requirements just to avoid putting ourselves in a situation waiting the dispute resolution or the court to decide. So just follow the contract requirements and avoid these risks. Okay, so this is also the four pillars about the cause, effect, entitlements, and substantiation. So the last slide is a quick conclusion. As we stated in these slides, that every construction claim is an engineering story supported by evidence, strength, type, clarity, not volume. The strong claim are structured, logical, and supported by evidence. Each section must connect to the next and lead the reader to a clear conclusion. So this theoretical information, we will use it in the next session. So we will bring a real case study. It's a building, 4 stories, and there is a late instruction from the client to change some scope of work. And we will see how we will build this claim using these 5 principles and using the 4 pillars. So that's all from my side today. If there is any questions.
Yeah, dear, I'll kindly have raised the questions. Anybody else?
Thank you very much, sir. It was very informative, and you have grip on your topic. And I was learning something very, very impressive and effective. That these principles we can use even our journal correspondence with clients, and the story concept